Should Ripple's fair notice defense be rejected following the SEC's latest filing? By the way, will Judge Torres declare XRP secondary transactions as non-securities? Also, Ripple now funds 45+ universities and 1K+ research projects. Finally, an analysis from Kaiko shows that whale orders were predominantly on the sell side, but what are the key factors behind XRP 42% rally? Stick with me till the end to find out more. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 15th of April. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has filed a supplemental authority letter to support its pending summary judgment motion in the ongoing Ripple case. In yesterday's letter, the securities regulator cited its previous case against Commonwealth Equity Services. According to the SEC, the Commonwealth Court ruled that the defendant violated negligence-based provisions of the Investment Advisors Act of 1940 via its non-disclosure of specific conflicts of interest. Per the SEC, the court also rejected Commonwealth's defense, alleging that the regulator failed to provide the company with fair notice of the disclosure obligations. Furthermore, it asserts that Ripple followed the Commonwealth's direction to premise its fair notice defense on the Upton versus SEC lawsuit. The Commonwealth Court held that, unlike in Upton, its defendant received fair notice by virtue of 50-year-old Supreme Court precedent regarding Advisors Act disclosure obligations, an excerpt of the SEC's supplemental letter read. Consequently, the SEC said the Commonwealth Court supports its summary judgment motion in the Ripple lawsuit for three major reasons. Firstly, the SEC claims that the Commonwealth Court's decision that Supreme Court's previous cases can provide fair notice is similar to its views in the Ripple lawsuit, asserting that Howey and its progeny gave Ripple sufficient fair notice. Secondly, the Commonwealth case added to the unbroken chain of district court decisions rejecting fair notice defenses on summary judgment. Lastly, the Commonwealth Court rejected the defendant's fair notice defense despite the facts pointing out that the SEC knew the practice at issue for more than 2 decades. The SEC's letter comes more than a month after Ripple filed a supplemental letter supporting its fair notice defense in its case against the securities regulator. For context, Ripple's fair notice defense pointed to the lack of clear rules for the United States crypto market. The blockchain company cited a recent Supreme Court ruling in Deaton versus U.S., where 2 justices relied on the rule of lenity to issue a verdict. Notably, the rule of lenity dictates that in situations with unclear rules, the court's ruling should favor the defendants. In response to Ripple's defense, the SEC argued that the 2 justices' reliance on the rule of lenity in the Deaton versus the U.S. case has no application to Ripple's fair notice defense. According to the SEC, the rule of lenity only applies to a criminal suit and not a civil one like the Ripple case, adding that the rule does not absolve the blockchain company of liability. Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Attorney John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law, has made new predictions about the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. In a video posted yesterday by Crypto Law, Attorney Deaton said Judge Analisa Torres would rule that XRP secondary market sales are not securities. I'm confident that the judge will say, XRP secondary market sales are not in play, that secondary market sales are not securities, that the token itself is not a security, said Deaton. Attorney Deaton expressed confidence about a favorable ruling for XRP due to the more than a dozen amici briefs filed supporting Ripple. I say that just because of amicus briefs from XRP holders, Coinbase Amicus, Blockchain Association, Chamber of Digital Commerce, Spend the Bits, TapJets, Iramit, and a slew of others. Per Deaton, the ongoing lawsuit has attracted lots of attention from cryptocurrency enthusiasts to the extent that the judge would feel morally obligated to have to address those issues even though she technically doesn't. Deaton asserts that Judge Torres will not want to avoid giving a decision on XRP secondary market transactions because she is a great judge. If she wanted to try to avoid them, I don't think she will, because I think we have a great judge, and we'll see. Notably, Deaton's priority in the case is to ensure the SEC fails in its quest to have XRP secondary market transactions classed as securities. For this reason, he represented thousands of XRP holders as a friend of the court, amicus curiae, in the case. Deaton has commented extensively on the possibility of Judge Torres declaring XRP secondary market transactions as non-securities. On April 1st, Deaton highlighted four possible rulings Judge Torres could grant in favor of XRP holders. According to Deaton, Judge Torres could grant an outright win for Ripple against the SEC or rule that the company initially offered XRP as a security but that the token's secondary market transactions don't constitute a security. Furthermore, the judge could move the case to trial due to disputed facts but add that XRP is only a software code that cannot be tagged as a security. Lastly, the judge could decide that XRP past and present secondary market sales are securities while excluding future XRP sales. Deaton asserted that if Judge Torres issues summary judgment in SEC's favor and does not comment on XRP, he will ask the judge to provide clarity, the same way he did in the LBRY lawsuit. Meanwhile, cryptocurrency enthusiasts are patiently waiting for the summary judgment. Many expectations were cut short after the judge's ruling failed to come before the end of last month, as seasoned lawyer James K. Phelan predicted. Interestingly, attorney Deaton predicted a new possible end date for the case using Judge Torres' ruling timeline in previous cases. The pundit said Judge Torres had historically issued a summary judgment up to 2 months after deciding a case's Daubert motion. Since she ruled on Daubert's motion on March 6th in the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit, Deaton expects Judge Torres' summary judgment to come between March 6th and May 6th. Furthermore, Ripple Labs, the California-based company responsible for the Ripple network, has funded over 45 university partnerships and more than 1,000 research projects through its University Blockchain Research Initiative since 2018. The company highlighted the milestone in a recent tweet, pointing out the initiative's significance in bolstering blockchain research and the development of blockchain protocols. As part of the broader Ripple Impact Program, the University Blockchain Research Institute was launched in June 2018 to support and accelerate academic research, technical development, and innovation in blockchain, cryptography, fintech, and the digital asset space. The initiative provides financial and technical resources to universities and research institutions worldwide to help them develop curricula, conduct research, and collaborate with industry experts on blockchain technology and its applications. Ripple committed over $50 million to the initiative upon launch. Notably, the company has funded partnerships with over 45 universities across 20 countries through UBRI. Moreover, up to 345 courses have been introduced or expanded with the initiative, with more than 1,050 blockchain research projects funded so far. The initiative began with 17 universities back in 2018 but expanded to support 29 different schools in early 2019 after Ripple inked partnerships with 11 more universities, including Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Kansas, the National University of Singapore, and Cornell University, among others. The United States SEC's litigation, which began in December 2020, did little to hamper the initiative's expansion, as Ripple continued to make further collaborations despite battling with the financial regulator. In April 2021, the Silicon Valley company added support for 3 more universities on 3 different continents. These universities were Reykjavik University, University of Cape Town, and New York University Abu Dhabi. Ripple's impact on the academic scene transcends the UBRI program, as the company has continued to ink partnerships and provide funding to help bolster blockchain development and adoption in academia. In April 2022, Ripple became the sponsor of the Carnegie Mellon University Blockchain Summit. The company also partnered with the University of Wyoming last May to introduce the Ripple Blockchain Collaboratory, which was aimed at providing support for research projects across several departments in the university. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. XRP remains one of the top performing assets in the past month, following its meteoric rise from the lows witnessed on March 12th. Despite widespread claims to the contrary, recent data from crypto market data provider Kaiko has revealed that individual retail investors rather than whales instigated the recent upswing in XRP's value. Kaiko disclosed this in its latest data debrief of the crypto markets. The market data provider highlighted the astronomical surge in XRP trade volume among South Korean investors as the asset dominated the markets in Korea's top exchanges, overthrowing Bitcoin. Recall that this surge was partly triggered by speculations of a looming ruling in Ripple's favor in the SEC litigation. Kaiko acknowledged that this massive increase in trade activity among Korean investors contributed to the asset's latest rally. XRP trade activity was massively concentrated on Korean exchanges, but Kaiko revealed that most whale trades were bearish for the asset. Data reveals that, on Korea's largest exchanges Upbit and Bithum, orders above 200,000 XRP were mostly sell orders from March 28, suggesting that whales were looking to take profit. However, smaller orders recorded a balance between buy and sell orders. Despite the bearish profit-taking campaign among whale investors, XRP's rally remained sustained, predominantly upheld by smaller investors. The asset has faced a hurdle in its uptrend, but remains above the 50 cents price territory. This value represents a 42% increase from its price on March 12. Amid XRP's bullish trend, the asset recently formed a golden cross for the first time this year, eliciting speculations that its rally could gain more momentum from this position. When an asset's chart displays a short-term moving average, like the 50-day moving average, crossing above a long-term moving average, such as the 200-day moving average, it signals a golden cross. In XRP's case, its 50-day MA recently crossed above the 200-day MA. This crossover is often seen as a bullish indication that an asset's price will continue rising. Recall that Greg, a prominent crypto analyst, forecasted that XRP is on track to reclaim the $1 price. However, he noted that the asset's run would only continue if it closed above 50 cents weekly. The asset closed the week at 51 cents. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.